do have some questions. They're not that many, so if you can expand on them, go nuts.
Okay, sure.
So how many times have you been to Akon?
God, I lost count. I started coming in '99. I think I skipped 1 year. I forget which. So at least 10.
What's your favorite part about coming to these conventions?
Favorite part of coming to these conventions, man. Well, it's great because my folks live here in Dallas, so I get to see them. I get to see my friends. I get to see the friends I made at the conventions, other industry people. Obviously the con staff. They're pretty much like family. So I've gotten to. It's a reunion every year. It's been great, and the past few years. I've been hosting the Masquerade, and that's been a blast. And yeah, it's always good to just get to come home. I only get to do it around Akon and Christmas time. So
that's cool. Let's see. What was your? Did you have a certain inspiration for getting into voice acting? Was there any key moment that said, "This is what I want to do"?
Sure. Yeah, Mel Blanc, Looney Tunes. Voiced all those characters, and that was definitely what inspired me. I wanted to be a DJ for the radio when I was a kid, and I wanted to do cartoon voices. So I would just set up the cassette recorder, and I would make fake commercials and do different character voices. And back then it was turntable, so I'd play my Kiss records and Aerosmith and Queen and Pink Floyd and pretend to be my own radio station.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff. That's right. And then I worked in radio. I got a degree in radio for radio, TV, film from the University of North Texas, and got an internship at ABC Radio Networks, which is no longer here. It doesn't even exist anymore. But I did everything from classic rock to heavy metal, top 40, to kids radio, Radio Disney for 9 years.
Oh, wow.
And halfway through that career on Radio Disney, I got a Funimation audition for Dragon Ball Z back in 2000. And got lucky, and that's kind of where it started. And then 6 years ago, moved to Los Angeles, and have been surviving barely as a voice actor for anime and video games.
Including a lot of the recent stuff you've done, what is the work that you're most proud of?
Man, well, I'm just honestly happy to work and do something that I love. It may not be, it's not making me rich by any means, but if I can pay the bills and not say I hate my boss and I hate my job and this terrible pay, anime doesn't pay well. But if you record enough projects, you can kind of stay afloat a little bit. But the stuff that I'm really, really proud of is any show that has been a huge franchise that really, really, that still speaks to an audience, like Dragon Ball, Full Metal, Bleach, Naruto, Street Fighter. Very, very lucky to be a part of all those ongoing franchises and numerous sequels. Oh, it's more of the same. It's like, well, yeah, it's true, but it's a chance to return to the characters and again do something that I love.
Sure. Obviously, Mel Blanc was a big inspiration for you to start. Is there anything as you're going along, do you pull inspiration from other animes that you're not involved in, or do you find any new ways of doing things?
Not really new ways. I've just kind of been able to just put together things in the performance, in the audition, because we're just trained that way. We're trained to build a performance from a character based on just very little information, just bullet points. Because like an audition side for an anime or a video game or a cartoon will feature a picture of the character, a little bit about them, their character traits. It's like, oh, it's raspy, old, in the age range, what their motivation is, and then some range of emotion in the lines. And that's it. And that's what we build, what we think the character is. It's our one chance to really play the director. After that, obviously, we have to defer to the actual director in the project, and we build a performance from that. Many, many times I've gone in And they said, all right, you got the part. And then they'll play me my audition, and then they'll say after that, okay, here's what we're going to change about it. It's like, oh, they like me enough to hire me based on that. But it's like, okay, well, do with me as you will. Because I'm not the director anymore. I'm just the actor. I never was the director. But it's an important sort of thing to just give them what they're looking for. I just get in the zone. They tell me the character traits. This is what he is. This is what he's not. This is the goal. This is the motivation. And off and running. And if we hit it on take one, we move on to the next. If not, we'll massage it with a couple more takes until we get it and then move on. Kind of assembly line sort of thing.
Okay. Was there a day that you were on the job that you just had like a massive case of the giggles? You just couldn't get the right line out at all?
Sure, yeah. I remember working on Dragon Ball Z. Chris Sabat directed me, and he knew that my weakness, my kryptonite, is just cracking me up because it's hard for me to recover. Maybe the footage will freeze frame in a compromising position or something, or we'll read some sort of double meaning in the dialogue, or we'll just say something completely unrelated to the project and then laugh about it, and then suddenly, okay, let's go on line 42 and go. And then I'm still laughing about what we were talking about. That happens all the time. There's hours of blackmail material. Not just me. I mean, every voice actor and actress. Just tons of stuff. That's why it's so fun. You can go in and have fun, and it doesn't matter what you look like. Your script's always in front of you, so you don't have to memorize it. And no makeup, wardrobe, sitting on the set for 12 hours at a time. None of that. It's nice. It's very streamlined. And again, it's not it's not like you're cast based on your looks. So if I wanted to wear pajamas to my session, I guess I could. Haven't yet, but maybe one of these days. I don't know.
Who knows? Well, what do you tell people that want to get into voice acting? What do you tell them to go? How to start it off? Well,
the big thing is to understand the distinction between voices and acting. Because a lot of people say, I want to get into voice acting, and I say, okay. And then they say, well, my friends and family tell me I do great impressions. Well, the impressions is not going to get you work because those roles are already cast. What can you as an actor bring to the performance? It's about acting. And yeah, there are a lot of people that have a wide range and can do some silly cartoonish voices and whatnot. Those are the go-to guys. And there's other voice actors that are cast based on their strengths. Someone like... not to say they don't have range, but you typically will hear like Yuri Lowenthal or Johnny Young Bosch as the hero character. And they'll say, why does that happen? Well, because they're good at what they do. That's their signature sound. With me, I'm a wider range, so I guess I'm a little bit all over the map. So they tend to call me to do a lot of the background voices because I can make a distinctive 3 or 4 different dudes. A young one, a lower one, an elderly one, maybe a demon, now all sorts of differing factors. So the thing is, you have to understand that you've got to get acting training. Now, I lucked into it coming from radio. I didn't have a theatrical background on stage or on camera. I was honestly too shy to do it. Mm-hmm. But I worked in radio. I did character voices. I wrote and did creative things for Disney at the time, Radio Disney. And they counted that as acting experience, which was great. So after that, I took improv classes, even though I was a working actor, because you're always a work in progress. So classes are absolutely essential to learn your craft, whether it's improv, character stuff, different techniques. Approaching commercial scripts is a different beast than audiobooks, is a different beast from video game scripts, is a different beast from whatnot. And learning different avenues of the craft is always exciting and challenging and fun and necessary. I mean, if someone opened the door of opportunity for you to audition, you can't go in there and blow it because I'm a fan. Well, that's great, you're a fan, but we need actors who are serious about the craft and can do the job. Maybe in the 60s and 70s you can listen to old English dubs and they're pretty awful because they didn't really hire actors or good actors or whatnot. And now there's a really big emphasis to hire people who know what they're doing and can pull it off. Because you don't, you want people to like the project and the product that comes out there. So stay dedicated, train, no matter where you are. You know, you can't do video game and cartoon work and anime work if you're in the middle of Montana. But you could get involved in your local community theater. Take drama class at your college, your high school. It's never too late. But eventually, you're going to have to move where the work is. So for me, the projects I want to do are character-oriented stuff, like games, cartoons, anime, all that stuff. For me, I think the best opportunity is in Los Angeles. Anime, the hotspot for that is Funimation in Dallas. But, I mean, you can't really expect to make a living doing that. So have a fallback plan for income, because I've been doing this for 11 years, and I've never been more broke in my life.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could say differently, but I'm not rich. I don't live in a house. I don't have limousines. I don't have any maids or anything. I struggle to pay bills just like everyone else does.
But you love what you do.
But I love what I do. So, I mean, you got to try it. Don't just keep it a pipe dream and go like, oh, what if? What if? I wish I could do that. Well, what's stopping you? Go try it. Go take baby steps. All right, so you live in the middle of nowhere. There's no opportunity. There's no video games. There's no cartoons. There's no anime. That's okay. You can still practice. You can still get online and do projects, amateur projects. You can work with your friends, meet someone online, join a Facebook group, Twitter, find animators, freelance amateur animators who are doing Flash cartoons. Cut your teeth on that. Dip your foot in whatever else. Just immerse yourself. And then eventually, maybe you'll get a chance to try out and at least say that you tried.
So on any given day, when they call you in for to do a voice, say you did Krillin, correct? It was Krillin?
On DBZ, no, it was a teen adult Gohan,
Okay.
and the narrator. And
I had such fun. So many people in the last few days. It's crazy.
it's okay. Sunny Straight was a great Krillin, and he's awesome.
How do you do you have a way of like getting into character? Do you know what do you do before you go in there?
Nothing really. I just kind of get in the zone whenever we hear the starting gun, which for anime is beeps, beep beep beep. Act. That's basically it. I just get in the zone. Here's what we preview the line so we can see the context, how loud or soft it needs to be, and we read the line obviously on the script. So all right. You don't have to necessarily memorize it, but take a glance at it, and then okay, now watch the video. Now hear it in Japanese. And then try to, say it with conviction and sound authentic and match the lip sync.
I should have said this other guy's name first, Ira. Do you have a different way of doing things from like a hero from like Teen Gohan versus say, oh God, I can't think of him right now. I just read it.
Well, Aizen, like on Bleach?
Yes. Do you have a
Well,
way?
it's just it's like switching dials, changing channels in my head. Again, it's like, all right, what are we doing today? Oh, villain. All right, more sinister. What's his age range? Okay. Sounds like 30-something, 40-something. He's cool. He's calm, cool, collected, mysterious. All right, well, I can do that. And then, Gohan or Kiba on Naruto, he's more feral and wild. It's like, all right, let's go kick these ninjas' asses, It's just, kind of thinking about that character's disposition. And then suddenly, I just dial into it.
Any works that you've recently finished that we should be looking out for?
More games, more anime. Let's see. The latest thing to come out with me on it is Durarara, which will be airing on Adult Swim later this summer. I voice Harada from the Yellow Scarves gang. Hopefully you'll be hearing me as, let's see. No, this just came out last week, actually. Some downloadable content for Super Street Fighter 4. So, Evil Ryu. What else is coming down the pipe? Well, I did a couple episodes of The Avengers on Disney XD. So, towards the end of Season 2. As things come out, I usually announce it on my website, on Twitter and Facebook, but usually have to sign those darn pesky non-disclosure agreements and can't talk about Fight Club until it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Um, I guess I'm out of questions.
Oh, okay, well, I can plug one more thing that I actually do, kind of a service to help people that are interested in becoming a voice actor. I do Skype sessions, and for $75 for an hour, no matter where you live, you just have to have a headset mic so I can hear you, but and a Skype internet connection, a Skype username, and we'll sit there and we'll put you through the test. We'll give you some script samples from either commercials or character-oriented stuff, maybe some video game scripts, and just see how you do. And then I give a professional critique. And it's aimed particularly at beginner-level voice actors, just to say, okay, well, people say I'm good at this. What does a professional think? Because your family and friends don't want to hurt your feelings. Of course they're going to tell you you're great and you should be a voice actor because you're awesome. They love you. Why wouldn't they?
Right.
But, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you, you're awesome, you're going to be a voice actor, because who am I to tell you? I mean, I'm sitting here struggling trying to make it myself. I can't turn you into an actor. I can't teach you acting. That's why I emphasize how important it is. I'm more of a motivational coach than an acting coach. And what my Skype session is really designed to do is to let people understand what it's like, what expectations are placed upon the actor in the booth. It's kind of like a mock session. Sometimes a mock audition, or sometimes we go through as if it were an actual session, so they can see how fast-paced it is, and is it as easy as it sounds? Most people think, oh no, that's a little more stressful than I thought it would be. It's like, well, yeah, it can be. It's people that you may or may not see ever again, but you want to make a good, clean, good, solid, professional first impression, so they'll continue to call you in on auditions. So I've got testimonials from people who've taken my sessions on Skype, and for people who are kind of cynical about it, going, oh my gosh, $75, that's expensive just for an hour. Thing is, voice acting classes, or acting classes in general, can cost you hundreds of dollars. Investing in a professionally recorded demo, which you'll need eventually as a voice actor, that's your calling card. That's what you're going to shop around to agents, to casting people, so they know what to read you for. Demo can easily cost over $1,000. So if you're thinking, okay, well, I don't know, do I want to go down that path and invest all that time and energy and money in becoming an actor? Well, that is a personal decision. That's for you to do. But the Skype thing, again, you can kind of see a little more what it's like from the inside, and kind of see what that's like. So for people who want to check into more information about the Skype stuff, they can go to my website, KyleHebert.com.
All right. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure.